Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin today, Sunday. We've got our member live stream later today at 5 p.m. UTC. In case you want to join, we are going to analyze a coin from scratch today. Okay, let's dive into the Bitcoin chart just quickly here because not too much has happened. I show you just here the 1 hour chart, the development of the 14th of April high. Anyone who is after more context, check out yesterday's last Bitcoin video, provide quite a bit of context around the different scenarios for Bitcoin. But at the moment, this is the one I primarily follow. It doesn't mean it's the one that is definitely going to work out, which is why Elliott Wave gives us alternative counts, alternative scenarios. One of the greatest strengths of Elliott Wave, of the method, that when something breaks, we basically know what's going on afterwards. And one example for this was that we were very much focused on the direct escalation to the upside, but we had an invalidation point, or at least a point where that continuation was becoming increasingly less likely. That was 29.4K. When 29.4K broke, the focus became, well, first of all, it was a bit uncertain, yeah, but we had the message something wasn't quite right, and then I adjusted here the wave count quite quickly to our alternative. So what was needed was a drop to 29.4K of this structure here when Bitcoin had reached 30.5K to tell us something is really off here. And that warning came quite quickly. And since then, Bitcoin has dropped, right? That's the strength of the Elliott Wave method, to give us those clear levels when things change, not necessarily to wait until a swing low is broken, yeah, but to wait until the Fibonacci levels tell us that something isn't quite right here. Okay, but yeah, again, there are different counts. I showed you these yesterday, but this is sort of what I'm following primarily at the moment. We peaked here on the 14th of April. My view is we are coming down here currently in 5 waves in an A wave. Now, this is the first challenge because an A wave can be a 5-wave move, an A wave can be a 3-wave move. Okay. This is what we don't know. This is the unknown. Price action for me personally suggests at the moment that we should get one more low. I have difficulties to count already 5 waves down here. Okay, so I'm counting 3. Now, again, an A wave can have 3. With that knowledge, it means we need to be on the side of caution. It could mean that it's already going up higher. Okay, but what I'm not watching out for at this stage, well, we always need to be watching, but what I don't expect necessarily is that we're already taking out the previous high. Yeah, that we're already going into the 3rd wave. It would be very bullish if we do that. Because why do I not think it will happen? Well, it is of course possible. Anything is possible. Someone asked me, is it possible to make new highs from here? Yes, anything is possible in markets all the time. Which means, you know, if not everything was possible, we wouldn't need to do risk management. So risk management is another important discipline in trading. Of course, it's possible. Is it likely? Well, if this really is a wave 2, and it would be complete already, because that it would need to be complete if we're taking out the previous high and, you know, ready to new highs. Well, this is very short and shallow compared to the move to the upside. So it's not likely. Okay, it's not likely. It's therefore nothing I follow primarily. But then again, I give you resistance areas here, and when they are broken, Elliott Wave tells us, okay, market doesn't really adhere here to the current scenario. Something else must be going on, or the market is just following a different structure now. Context might have changed. When context changes, we have to adjust our view. No, it would be very shallow. So surely it could be complete as an A wave already. So the A wave could already be complete. We could be in the B wave, but then the move up is very, very choppy, very slow. Could of course happen, but until we break above the wave 4 resistance here, which is at 28.8K, I do assume we are in the 4th wave. So I assume we are still in the A wave with one more wave down to come before we see a larger B wave bounce and then come down and see. Now, if we go directly into the B wave, it wouldn't be too much of a problem because at the moment, the very, very short term down here, the very short term trend is up. So it would just be a continuation of what's going on already. Just a very short-term trend following a little bit higher, yeah, here. So it would just carry on a little bit higher into the B wave. Then we know at least, okay, it's probably the B wave, okay? It's not the wave 4. the wave 4 should not go above 28.8k because it would just be too strong for a wave 4, for a reliable wave 4. So I'm following at the moment the view that we are in a wave 4. That should react to 27,930. Well, in fact, it did already. I think a few dollars below that. Yeah, it did react here to it already. But it would be a very shallow wave 4. Expectations would be for it to go a little higher, to be honest, okay? But if we take out, obviously, the low that was made on Friday at 27,146, we have good evidence we are in the 5th wave. And then we will have strong support, in my opinion, at the 38.2, I didn't want to move that, fib retracement at 26,680. And if we make that one more low, maybe find support here, yeah, then we can start the B wave. And then we come down and see these B wave targets. They are just there as a guide, okay? They are currently between 29,070 and 30,200. I would have to move them if the A wave extends down a little bit lower. They are just measured off the last low, but these retracements will have to be adjusted if the A wave, of which I measure these retracements, goes a little lower. And yeah, as I said, I can really only count 3 waves down at the moment. Wave 1 down here, bottomed on the 17th of April, 16th, then a wave 2 to the upside, yeah. Now a wave 3 down. That reached perfectly the 1.618 extension, which is a key target for a 3rd wave. So let me just show you wave 1, wave 2, here. 27,340 was here the 1.618 extension. We reacted to it and are now recovering a little bit, but certainly not in an impulsive way. And I highlighted to you yesterday that I expect further trend continuation to the downside until I see an impulse that goes the other way. Okay, that's always how it works. You expect trend continuation, but when you see an impulse into the other way, you expect the trend has shifted. Now that's sort of the signal type we're looking for. If someone's not using Elliott Wave, you know, you'd be waiting for another signal. You'd be waiting maybe for taking out a previous swing high to understand the trend has shifted. You'd be waiting for a trend line break to understand the trend has shifted. Always need to wait for signals, okay? But yeah, that's sort of the situation. There is not much more we can add here. Important is though that eventually I would expect this wave 2 to go a little lower into the yellow box here. Ideally into the region between 25,325 and 22,000. That would be the most likely area for a wave 2, at least from what we can see at the moment. But these are sort of moving targets to a degree. But I will of course keep you updated. We need to take it level by level here at this stage. Only if we break below 22k, I'd be much more concerned about new bear market lows. But I did say it, I've been saying it for the last few weeks, as long as we have support holding, it doesn't really make sense to focus too much on the bearish counts. We need to know about them for our risk management, but I mean, I wouldn't be short here when we're heading into a support area. That's just not my style. I mean, some people might want to do it, but note that Bitcoin, as long as a possible uptrend is still there, which overall it is, shorting is quite risky, yeah, because we all know how Bitcoin can surprise at times and can just rally and surprise a lot of people and short sellers, and yeah, especially if support is holding, because support is still holding. But yeah, there is not much more to add at this stage. It's a typical slow weekend, no surprises. So hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.